there! Welcome to the Sisterhood of the Traveling Bantha. We are your hosts, Denise
and Rexy, and we are recording with special support from Council Member Mark Collier.
And we're broadcasting from our galaxy to yours.
May the Force be with you.
Always.
Hey, Herd.
What is up, Herd?
Look, we have a guest.
So,
everybody say hi to Phil.
Hi.
So we figured that for the last episode of Skeleton Crew, we'd bring on a guest for the show. And why not? No. What's better than bringing on one of our Patreon supporters
Right.
and good friends?
You love this part. And it's been, has it been since Christmas? The Christmas episode with Dina since we've had a guest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We haven't had one this whole season, so this will be fun.
Super excited.
And we know that Phil's been having just as good a time with this show as we have, so I'm excited. This is going to be a lot of fun. But this is your weekly spoiler warning. Alert, 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 beep, 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 beep. Spoilers ahead.
We are talking about episode 8 called We're...
No.
No,
We're going to be in so much trouble.
No,
Last
that's
week.
last week.
The real good guys.
The real good guys.
The real good
I was gonna
guys.
say, we're the real good guys, but I was like, no, that's not right.
Nope.
It's the
Yep.
real good guys. So yeah, we're super excited. But before we dive into the episode, Phil, we got 3 questions for you.
Yes.
What's
And
that?
because you are who you are, the third question is a 2-parter.
Yes. Oh my gosh, we haven't gotten to do this in
I know.
so long.
First question. So let's try to. It's on the spot. What is your favorite Star Wars movie or show?
Favorite Star Wars movie is probably Rogue One.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I've been on a Rogue One kick, so
Yeah.
totally get it. Love it.
Okay, next question. What is your favorite Star Wars character? It can be a ship, it can be a creature, it can be a plant. What is your favorite? Like, mine is up to you.
The answer to this is always the same as Chopper.
Chopper, our favorite little war criminal.
I got
That's
my
right.
Chopper bracelet on.
Oh, yeah.
War crimes for everyone.
Yes, we could use a chopper in today's world.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so okay, Chopper's a good one. That
Yeah.
is my kid's favorite character.
For good reason. I love Chopper.
I love Chopper too. He's such chaos.
Yep.
Third question. Part 1. What is one of your favorite memories involving Star Wars?
My favorite memory involving Star Wars
So, like,
is...
When you're a kid, to family. Yeah.
My favorite memory of Star Wars is waking up on Christmas Day in 78 and finding Millennium Falcon under the Christmas tree.
That's so cool.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Do you have a picture?
I don't.
You have a picture of Tiny Phil and his giant Millennium Falcon?
No
Oh.
pictures with the Millennium Falcon.
Bummer. That would be such a cool flashback.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that is amazing. Question number 3, part 2. What is your favorite Star Wars memory having to do with costuming? Because you are a member of the Star Wars costuming clubs.
My
is your favorite
favorite
costume?
memory is this past Tulsa Comic Con and just watching everyone freak out at Marva running around as a Jawa.
Marva was so great as a Jawa. I love her.
And honestly, anywhere we go where Marva is a Jawa, because everybody loves Jawas and everybody loses their mind when they're actually Jawa sized.
Yes.
And Marva is so tiny.
So
Marva and
cute.
Lisa both, our newest Jawas. Marva and Lisa both are just
Yeah.
the littlest. So, oh gosh.
I
We-
love what
They're
Yeah.
We
so
walked in, and as we walked past the Star Wars tables, Lisa just walked out, grabbed Marva, and said, "You're mine," and didn't give her back for a solid hour.
like, no, really, you're mine.
Sounds about right.
I love it. I love it.
And she wasn't even approved yet.
Oh my gosh. She is now, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I thought-
We're both approved now.
Does she have dual?
Yes.
Ah, very cool.
And it's funny because we did I did the bandolier. I made it's out of ammo pouches, but then we had she has the other one going to the other side. That's the magazine pouches, the MP40 magazine pouches or whatever. And 501st wouldn't approve her with those. The Legion said, "Yeah, sure, you're in."
Right, they have weird little differences. I couldn't remember. I knew when I applied for mine, there were a couple of weird tiny
Yeah.
things.
I remember back in the day, 2017, when I went for my Juno Eclipse for both Rebel Legion and 501st. 501st was way more strict about it than
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
to actually get a wig for my 501st, a blonde wig,
Oh, wow.
to wear
Okay.
it. Where with the Rebel Legion, they're like, oh, you can just
Your
wear
hair
your
is fine.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we went back and forth like 2 or 3 times with 501st, and when we applied for the Legion, it was during elections, so everything kind of got delayed, and it was like 6 weeks before we heard anything, and then we just got an approval.
Nice.
There was no communication. There was no, hey, I'm your. Nope, here you go.
It's been a long week. I've been doing a lot of merch stuff this week,
Yeah.
cleaning up like
It
the
needs
Facebook
it.
group, training for so exciting. I am new Alarad for Oklahoma. If
Yay!
you don't know what Alarad means, I am the command leader for the mercs here in Oklahoma. And so I've been doing training
Queen
and
Mando.
coordinating, and yeah, it's been a busy week. So
Queen Mando and the Chief Chaos Goblin.
Are we a sitcom?
Princess Mando is here to rule. Princess Mando and Goblin or Chaos Goblin.
Did you see the?
Yes, I did. Been promoted from princess to queen.
Queen.
Here for it. But yeah, so Skeleton Crew, the show ended. Like,
I know,
I'm
and that
sad.
is wild. I'm sad that the ride is over. It was such a fun
It was so much fun.
ride.
a lot happened this episode.
Yeah.
But a lot needed to happen this
Yeah,
episode.
we only had
It
one
did.
left. A lot had to
It
happen
did.
to wrap up our story to a satisfactory point, and I am honestly like totally fine with the way they wrapped everything up. I think it's great.
Yeah.
I know there's been talks about people who are like, oh, second season, but I don't. Kind of like the Kenobi show, I felt like Kenobi wrapped up really well with their one season. I feel like this show also wrapped up very well with this one. It closed off all the storylines that it needed to.
Right. There's no big question. I mean, I'd watch a second season so
Absolutely.
fast, but I don't think we need one.
Obviously, we're gonna watch it if there's another one.
Yeah, it's so good. But
But everyone got their own little story arc,
mhm.
and that was great.
What I was telling Denise, what I think might be really fun if they did decide to want to do it again, is have the story of one of the other planets. Like, don't have it following these same characters. Be like, okay, this is, maybe it's not called Skeleton Crew. Maybe it's something else in that same kind of little pocket of the galaxy.
Right.
It's like, okay, here we're gonna tell you the story of at Akron, instead.
I say
That
there's
would be
9
so
different
fun.
planets that they could talk about, and I don't.
Yeah.
If anything from what we've seen with that and then right, there's too many at.
There's so many.
My brain just.
at Bruce. You need some maintenance.
I do need maintenance. You guys, it's only a month into the year, and I'm
It's not
already
even a month in, dude.
It's
29.
January 974th. I mean,
I went and saw my chiropractor today, and he was like, "Yeah, last I heard you're doing you have this going on." I was like, "Dude, I have so much more now going on in the last 3 weeks since then.
Yeah.
There's no stopping. It just keeps going." And then I was sitting there, I was like, "Podcast, work, mercs, help planning the prom,
Art con.
parenting. I
Art
got
con.
conventions. I got content creator. Like, there's almost not enough fingers to count.
I
every-
know.
just want to watch Star Wars and escape into the galaxy and be part of the skeleton crew.
There's no time, but I want to do the same.
I keep telling my boss, I don't want to work. All I want to do is make my plastic spaceman costumes. Leave me alone.
Yes. Now, yeah, and my schedule is about the same. Like now that I have started school, I've got my cannabis job, I've got massage therapy job, I've got my artist job, I've got school, I've got charity rep for the 501st, Rebel Legion, planning the Star Wars prom, conventions coming up.
That's
There's
why.
Ghostbusters in there somewhere.
Ghostbusters
That's
stuff.
why
Oh my
I
god.
let my
ROS.
That's why I let my 501st and Rebel Legion
Yeah.
lapse.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
doing merch.
I just need to do my Rebel Legion census. Like I haven't done my census. I need to do.
Yeah, you're gonna get yelled at if you don't do that.
I know.
I got yelled at.
I know.
Deuces, deuces. I'm Mando. I'm out.
I don't have time for this. But I don't want to lose it. And you're gonna yell at me.
No, that's all right. You know what? I'm anxious to see. There's so many great costumes in this show.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see people. Like, I'm waiting for approval, especially with like Jod and Captain.
I
Silver.
want to see a pocket.
Pocket.
Oh yes.
I want to see.
I want to see a pocket. If there's not a pocket running around at Celebration, I'm going to be highly disappointed.
No, there'll be a pocket. There's already KBs running around.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, on my Instagram,
Nice.
there's a couple KBs already on there.
I've seen a couple closet Jods put together, but
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
One of the guys that I follow, he actually has
Yeah.
is almost complete his Jod.
Very cool.
He has the Captain Silvo.
Oh, that helmet is
Helmet.
so cool.
Star Wars is knocking it out of the park.
Yeah,
with
they
these
really
helmets.
are.
But yeah, I guess maybe we should talk about things that happened in the actual episode.
I guess we could do that. I mean, that is an idea.
I mean, I took all these notes.
Did you really? Oh, I am so unprepared today.
Same.
So,
I
for
am
you,
not
Phil.
prepared either.
so Phil, what are some of the things you would like to talk about?
Okay, well, let's start with how it opens.
I don't remember how it.
I don't either. Well, I was hoping you remembered. Okay, this is the problem that I have with every series. By the time I get to the end of it, I can't remember what happened in the previous ones versus what happened in this one, and they mush together for me.
It opens
How
with
does-
Jod standing in front of the kids and their parents with the lit
That's
lightsaber.
right. The Anakin.
Oh, because that was how the previous one had ended.
Yes.
Right. And then he introduces himself as a Jedi and grounds the kids.
Yep. So fed up with it.
I'm telling you, that one episode, I have zero patience left. I have never felt so seen in Star Wars as I did in that
As a
moment.
parent.
Because I have said that phrase word for word myself.
And he's got 4 of them.
Preteens.
4 of them.
But yeah, so then they all go up to go meet.
He sends the
they
kids
separate.
and the parents home and tells the droids to watch
Look
them.
after the
Yes.
nanny droid.
But
Fern goes up with
Fern,
him.
yes, I was
Fern,
trying to
yeah.
remember which one
Right.
it
Fern
was.
and her
Fern
mom. Because Fern was getting snarky and he decided he was going to keep an eye on her because he
Right,
didn't trust
right.
her.
I mean,
For
valid
good reason.
reasons.
Yeah,
Yeah, that ended up biting him though.
it did. However, oh my gosh,
I think it was going to happen regardless.
I do too, but yeah.
This just made for a better story.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I called it.
I know.
I knew it was gonna be a
I
droid.
know. You did call it. The
We get up there and the
supervisor was a droid.
supervisor's like this big Tron
He-
style droid, and I was like, oh,
You know
It was a cross between the MCP from Tron and the world's biggest R5D4 head.
Yeah.
It was a big actor that voiced him.
Stephen Fry.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Ah, that's cool. I like him.
Yeah, I know. I was really hoping it wasn't going to be a droid because I felt like that would have been just too obvious. And I was really hoping
Pretty sure.
that it was
But
going
at
to
the same time, it kind of makes sense because they just kept making money because they were ordered to make money and never told to stop.
Yes, it just kept going.
I was really hoping that it was going to be the Captain Renard.
Oh,
Yeah. But no, instead
squirreled
it was the brooms from the Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Oh.
right.
Yeah.
I really like that analogy that you had. just sweet things.
But did you see how dusty it was up there? Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. No, it had been decades since anybody had been in there.
I'm saying it's probably been a couple hundred years since anybody's been in there.
Oh, at least.
It was back in the High Republic, and we have no idea.
Oh, right.
That when it just kind of fell off and lost contact.
the
But he knew
last
what was going on because he knew about the Empire, the Civil War.
we know that at least the last contact they got was after Order 66.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because he talked about Jedi are like the bad guys, or
Right.
Jedi are all traitors.
Oh, wait a minute. The last message we got said all Jedi were traitors. So, you want to change?
Are you lying about being a Jedi, or are you lying about?
Right, like which is it, buddy?
I still can't get over the fact that they never checked his emissary status.
Nothing. I know. We
It's-
spent a long
they're-
time with that last week.
It's
too.
like they built their entire security system around the fact that nobody could get in there, and if they
Right.
just assumed that if you got in, you belonged.
Right, and that is it. And like absolutely no fail safes. Like no, what if somebody slips in? What if somebody hijacks this? Like nothing. Just if you manage to make it in and say, "Hey, I'm supposed to be here. Give me
But
your
I'm
gold."
telling you,
They're like,
something-
"Sure, here's the shovel."
They should have been on guard because the ship was stolen at some point. So they
I don't think that ship was stolen from At-Aten. I think that was a
Ooh,
treasury ship because when they went into At-Akron, it also got the landing sequence automatically kicked on.
I didn't think about that.
Do you think maybe it was like in transit and got hijacked?
Yeah, I think it was.
That would
Or
make sense.
I think it belonged to whatever the old Republic version of the Treasury Department is.
Yeah.
It could have also been taken from one of the other planets because we know that the captain was at Akron at Akron, and he blew up the coordinates.
Yeah,
so
and he
Right.
did that on every planet.
So he
And that makes me wonder: did he blow up the barrier on At-Akron
possibly.
because he could get in?
Right?
Yeah.
And if that's the case, what about the rest of them? I want to know about the rest of the planet.
This is making my brain hurt so
We
bad
have
because
so
now I
many
have so many more
questions.
questions.
I know we're literally just talking about how we're happy with the way they wrapped everything up, and then we're like, information, please.
We need Star Wars history specials hosted by Kim.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like a Reading Rainbow style TV show, but I'd watch it so I'd be like, you know what? I'm retired now. I'm just gonna watch the show. This is my life. Somebody's married.
I am okay with how the show ended. I just need the background history of all the different things. That's what I need. I need that to fill in the blanks so I know what's going on. You've seen how many times I've gone down stupid rabbit holes
With
trying to
no info. The
find
dinosaur.
information, and I can't get anything. Like,
Because always the things that we want to know all these things about are things with like 3 sentences of information.
Right. At least give us comics.
Please. Yes.
I think we will definitely get either comics or a book. They
I
did
would
that
love some
with did that
books.
with the Acolyte. The Acolyte has
Yeah.
coming
Yeah,
out.
that's true. I'm
Um,
excited for those.
I can't wait. May 3rd. Yes,
That's a nice release date.
I'm so excited. So excited. But yeah, so I didn't even think about them getting the ship from somewhere else. I just assumed that he took it from there. But that would make a whole lot more sense. And then that wouldn't put the people on alert that there's
Right.
a breach. Because they just kept acting like everything was normal. And that's what really got me last week when we were talking about it. It was like, if all this stuff has happened and they talked about the ship being stolen, why? Like, wouldn't the people have seen, like, a ship leave? Like, because we learned
But
that
if they were used to seeing those ships
But
leave, they
these
wouldn't have thought
people-
anything.
But this captain was
Oh,
alive
you mean
during
like
this
just
time.
yeah?
These people have never seen ships leave. come
They've never
about.
even seen the stars.
Yeah, they've never seen the stars.
They've never seen the ship. So, like,
I don't know.
that makes more sense. Thank you, Phil. You kind of talked about blood from last week. I was working.
And look, the security system is not the only bug in their whole system, because it seemed like every power plug on that entire city ran through one droid.
Right? A complete and ultimate power.
He just got greedy and just like slowly was like, "I'll take that. I'll take that."
Slowly, like, yeah, funneled everything because he didn't have anybody up there running the command center.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
It's
He's just
efficient.
like,
he
I'll do this too.
streamlined everything.
Yep. It was
Streamlined.
just like a droid. He would have thought this is the best course of action.
Hello, we've seen droids like actually actualize. Hello, L3.
Mhm.
She like converted herself from being a R5 unit, no, an R2 unit, to having legs
Mhm.
and.
A
And
lot
he
of attitude.
Yeah.
But she's not the only droid that's done that.
Mm-mm.
There was
Mm-mm.
Tool.
And this guy had so much power anyway because he was left kind of in control.
Yeah.
I mean, he had the power to completely rearrange all the systems
There's
to give.
no people there to
himself all of
question
it.
it.
Yeah.
Look,
Well,
I mean,
his-
we have
so-
history of
To say.
really, really big droids doing that. I mean, the planet droid in Force Unleashed.
They don't know. That's Force Unleashed. We're gonna read that for August.
Ah.
I just finished
My
it.
book club month.
Oh, okay.
You can reread it again. I love
Okay.
I read it every year. It is like
It's
of
not
the
good, huh?
EU legends. Like those
Wow.
are some. It's also based off the game.
Oh, okay.
And I love the story, and they tie it in with how they came up with the rebel symbol.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I love
You
it.
find out in the book?
They'll never bring him into canon. That
Oh,
character
no.
is so OP. It's stupid.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Stupid how overpowered he is. The main character.
Main character.
Yeah.
Let's grab a Star Destroyer and yank it out of orbit into the
Yeah.
planet. Yeah.
Like Vader did.
Oh no, but big a Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Out
Yeah,
of
not a
orbit.
What?
not a shuttle.
Orbit?
Not a shuttle taking off, but out of orbit onto. Yeah,
Holy wow.
yeah. He was
Okay.
so OP. Like it was stupid.
Dang. I don't want to wait till August to find out.
Well, go read it. It's good.
Okay.
No, we're gonna read it for August. That's my book club book choice.
Oh, fine. I'll wait till August.
The audiobook is really good too.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
It's Mark Thompson reads it.
Yes, I love him. I love the Star Wars audiobooks. I need to finish Star Wars Memories though. That way I'm all ready when we get to talk to Craig.
Yeah.
It's good too.
I need to schedule that too.
I figured we'd get with him after we got through some of this stuff.
But yeah, okay. Droids taking over the world.
Yep. They find out that the droid is the supervisor. The place is super dusty. Nobody has seen this place in a billion years. And we know that the supervisor just caught John in a lie.
And Fern lets him know about it.
Yes. This whole scene right at that point with Fern, her mother, and Jod. At first I was like, man, Fern's mom, she just irked me, but she had such good, in just a short amount of time she was on the screen this episode, like really good development from realizing that everything's not about following these rules and learning how to trust yourself.
Right.
And it's okay to question things. And I think seeing Fern being so brave and courageous and just stepping up, like, I don't think she'd never seen anything like that because everything's been so peaceful. And these kids
Right.
all grew a lot over a few days
Mhm.
in space, and her
I mean,
seeing
this
that.
whole society is so.
Yeah, and she was watching her entire society collapse around her, basically.
And then seeing her daughter just step up and standing up for justice
Mhm.
and against the evil doings of God.
Yeah.
Can I just say I am so glad that Jod didn't have a redemption arc.
Me too.
It's nice to just it's okay to let the bad guy be a bad guy.
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
I leaned into it too. I was like, see,
Oh.
like chop somebody's leg off.
I
What? Like, what?
Maybe there for a
He's mad.
little while, I thought we were going to get a redemption story. I think around episode 5.
When he like was sitting next to who was he? He was like sitting next to Wim, maybe. And he
Yeah,
was like talking to him, and it was kind of
When
a
they're-
really sweet moment.
on their way to Lanupa.
Mm-hmm.
And-
He had his little Qui-Gon Jinn moment.
Yeah, it didn't last very long.
Nope. Nope. But we haven't had like a true, like, well, no, we don't get true villains like that very often.
A
They
lot
just-
of time they get a redemption arc,
We-
right?
Yeah.
It's like,
but
We
that's
get
also,
sympathetic villains.
yeah.
but that's also a Star Wars thing. Like Vader. Vader is like the most sympathetic story arc, like villain ever.
Right.
First movie, we don't see that, but then we learn in the second movie, oh wait, he has a child. It is Luke Skywalker. And then in the last one, we see him going everything he lost. And
Yep.
He's
We
sympathetic
find out
also.
like it's wild, but Vader is one of the most relatable villains. You can so easily see how it happened. And yeah, God, just I mean, we get some explanation, you know, with his backstory for like maybe why he sees the world the way he does, but we don't get a redemption arc. We don't get anything that like makes it okay. It's just like, oh,
Right.
this is why you're so pissed.
I'm not
I
gonna
get it.
lie. I thought we were gonna get another like Order 66 flashback in this at that point when
Oh,
he was
yeah.
talking about his
His
master.
the one who found him.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
like, oh no. I can't live through another flashback.
They're
I
so
can't.
hard, man.
We've gotten that in like
Freaking
every other
Clone
show.
Wars destroyed me.
But do you remember with Grogu seeing his flashback?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Don't want to do it again.
I
I'm
can't-
glad we didn't have to do it again.
so glad.
Trauma,
Yes.
damage.
I still haven't recovered from the last 2 episodes of Clone Wars.
Oh.
still haven't seen it.
And okay,
Oh.
look, go watch the last 4 episodes of Clone Wars.
Eh,
Just the last 4 episodes
With a box of tissues.
eh,
with a
Maybe
box of
funny
tissues.
to snuggle with.
eh. We're good. I don't know. It's almost to that point where I haven't seen it. I'm just like, I made
Because
it this far without it.
Oh, but it's so good.
the last 4 episodes really play like a movie.
Yeah. Yeah,
can't
they
get-
totally could have been released that way. I think.
Hmm
You can't get on me for not watching the TV series when you have not watched the Clone Wars movie that came out before the show.
No, I haven't. I keep forgetting it exists.
That is where we met Ahsoka on July 29th. Like,
So that is
movie.
why Ahsoka Day is the
Yes.
29th. Oh, that's today.
Yes, it
Happy Ahsoka Day.
Happy Ahsoka Day.
Day. Happy Snoop Day. Isn't there like a little like a 1-season show that I'm supposed to watch too?
Oh, the micro series. Have you ever
I
seen
haven't
that?
seen that
Phil?
either.
I have. I was watching bits and pieces of it when it was airing.
I need to watch
And I
those too.
'Cause, yeah, those were done by the guy that did Samurai Jack
I never watched Samurai Jack.
and
Really smart.
Dex-
The episodes are like
Dexter's Laboratory, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh yeah. Okay.
they're like 5 minutes.
That kind of art
Yeah.
style.
Yeah,
When we get through
and
We've
Kit
been watching
so is
Sonic
badass in it.
Sonic Boom, we'll start the older Clone Wars stuff. I haven't watched any of those.
Yeah, you could probably watch it all in like an hour or two.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
I think
Yeah.
the whole thing is like an hour long.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
I mean,
just
each episode is like 5 minutes tops.
Oh, okay. Well, just stack Eric and we'll just watch it.
it's not very long.
Clone Wars is like, it's my favorite. I God, it's so hard to rank this, but like if I had to put it up, it's probably up there with Firefly for me in terms
like
of like
Firefly.
how much I love the show.
There's so much of what we're getting now came out of Clone Wars.
I know, yeah, and I think it makes it hurt more too. Like Clone Wars makes everything hurt more. Okay, I'll get off my. Back to the show. Where have we gotten to now? We are at.
Jod,
We got Jod. We've got Fern and her mom, right? And Fern's like, ha ha ha, no, this is what's happening.
But while all that's going on, Wim like confesses to his dad what's going on, and that was also another growth that we saw too.
And
Was
his
dad trusting Wim?
because he was
and
before
listening.
like just brushing him off, right? He was just like,
Single parent, man, like working, like it's sometimes hard to connect with the kids.
yeah,
Been there. My dad was a single dad.
Yeah.
Like, but that time away made him realize maybe I should slow down a bit and pay attention.
right.
yeah.
Because
Jod,
apparently he was
Jod
wrong.
stabbed the droid that knocked out the whole power grid, which also knocked out all the security droids.
Oh, because that was right after he caught him, right? Because he was saying
Right.
something about, and he was like, the last message we got said all Jedi were traitors. Oh,
So Jod
liar
just
much,
straight up
grandson.
stabbed him in the eyeball.
Stab you in the eyeball. Nobody calls Jod a liar.
I mean, but he is a liar. He had like 6 names.
Oh no.
And again, why is all the power running through one droid?
Because he's greedy.
Including even the cars wouldn't work.
I know
Streamline.
everything. does.
Streamline all of it to one point.
And that
Let's
does seem like droid thinking. Like,
efficient. They don't
this
have
is
to.
efficiency. There is no human thought behind it, right?
Also, then you don't have multiple places you need to upkeep. Just the one
Just the
area.
one upgraded. Yep. But John stabbed him in the eyeball, and that was like the best thing he could have done for the people in that planet.
Oh yeah.
Like the one good thing he did by coming there was
Was it good?
he
though?
set them
Because
free.
them
They didn't even know
pirates came flying down into the planet.
Yeah.
And started blowing up the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
But
That was
before,
like, nope, no redemption arc happening here.
no. But before that happened, we got Wim running upstairs and trying to call Neil on the walkie-talkie.
Oh, that's right.
Jedi 1 to Jedi 2.
That was very ET. This whole
Yes.
scene was so ET.
We've got to go save Fern. And just about that time is when the droid walks in and says, I have to report everything you say to the emissary.
Yep.
And Neil throws down the walkie-talkie and picks up his action figures and starts, pretending he's playing with it. No, we have to rescue Princess Fern.
Droid's just standing there like,
What? I can't
we've
compute.
never seen a droid look confused. It was that scene.
Yep, there's
There's
the
our warning.
low battery. we can't keep the cord on the floor very long because Denise trips.
Yep. So we try to not keep it plugged in the whole time so we don't break Denise's leg or something.
Or Denise breaks everything around.
It's only happened a couple times.
We don't need to relive that.
Don't go pushing buttons.
Don't put anything on the keyboard. No, ma'am.
Don't touch it. I'm touching my keyboard on my phone. Like
There we
I'm
go.
asking for ice cream.
Ice cream.
But yeah, that was great.
And Neil was in the bath. Neil's family is big on baths.
I wonder if it maybe has something to do.
That was so cute.
Maybe it has something to do with their skin and trying to keep it like maybe
Oh, maybe.
they're
It's
not
an
in-
elephant thing. They like playing in water.
Yeah.
to that area, keep
Yeah,
cool.
Aw.
I have a Neil shirt on.
Yay!
Yeah.
I have
Excited for your bound.
my new Mando hoodie.
Oh, I love it.
Nice.
I am not wearing a Star Wars.
I had a Neil
Honey, I just
sweatshirt
got
on
one.
today.
I made this a few years ago. It's just comfy.
Pretty.
Thank you.
I have a Neil sweatshirt.
Our bantha horns are looking really good.
They are.
Thank you. It's very much a trust the process, though. You know, I put on another layer and I'm like, I ruined them. They're so bad.
That's every time you start weathering.
Oh, I know. Okay. So back to our little ET scene. Neil in the bathtub. Have you ever seen The Lost Boys?
Yes.
I'm
I forgot about that.
shocked you would say that. Dina and I swear, Dina, I know you're listening, babe. We are gonna do it. We keep threatening to just like kidnap Denise and just round her up and just have a night and be like, we're forcing you to watch The Lost Boys with us. Here's snacks.
No, because then you guys would totally miss all my jokes of, who's Michael? What's this?
Death by stereo.
Death by stereo. Oh, so that's what I was seeing. Neil in the bathtub. I was seeing Sam in the bathtub while all the chaos is going on outside. And Sam just like pops his head up and is looking on the side, right? He even like puts his hands on the side of the bathtub. And I was like, oh my god, that is a Lost Boys scene. Like, that is a nod to the Lost Boys. Somebody was a fan. That scene is almost action for action.
All we're missing is saxophone dude.
I know! Saxophone dude and a little Lost Woods to go busting through the door and bite somebody.
That's right.
That's all we needed, and it would have been exactly perfect.
I am so glad that is bringing you so much joy. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Tina, you know what we're talking about.
I'm glad it is bringing joy. You're radiating joy at this point.
I love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies in the whole world.
Yep.
Tina too. Both of us can quote
I know.
it. Start
I know.
to finish.
I've been there.
We didn't even need the movie. Oh, my face hurts. Okay, so we move on from the Neil Lost Boys-esque scene to right there in the. They've got the walkie-talkies. They're trying to call the droid bus in. We're playing with action figures, and then how did we transition from that to the bike?
The power went out.
Yeah.
I think we bounced back to Fern, and that's when the fight with the supervisor happened, and then the power went out. So then we jumped back.
They needed to get back to the tower, and since none of the cars were working, they took the power bike.
Right.
And then that's where they also met up with KB, because KB wasn't going to leave her home behind either.
They tried to get in the car. No. Before that, that's when the ship came in.
That's right.
Jod opened up the barrier so the pirate ship could come in.
Oh, so the invasion started before.
The invasion started while Wim was talking to his dad.
Oh, okay.
And that was why they ran out and tried to get in the car.
Wim's dad pulled the lever.
Yeah, but
right.
But Fern's mom showed him how to allow access for the pirate ship to come in.
Mm-hmm.
The barrier was still up. She just gave her clearance.
Because it was like, these are our two options. Like, we're
right, because Jod, she didn't want Jod to kill the barrier, because if you pull the lever, it blows up the barrier.
Right.
And that's
we have, I think it was like Wim and his dad ran to the windows when like the shooting started, right?
Right.
What the heck is happening?
Yep.
And then he's like, oh, my kid is telling me the truth. Okay.
So they tried to get out of there, and the car wouldn't start because, again,
power.
Droid. And that's when KB and Neil came zooming up on the hover bikes.
Mm-hmm.
And his dad is still trying to start the car, and Wim's like, all right, bye.
So I guess there must have been another one, because his dad hopped on another bike and caught up with him.
It was they took off, and his dad took off chasing after him, and it was the kid from the very first episode that wanted to race Fern.
Oh, okay. See, I just figured that maybe his dad had one too.
And he stole that kid's bike. So
Oh, that's funny.
it's the big brother taking the little girl's bike from Goonies to
Yes,
chase after him.
that's delightful. Oh my god, I love it. God, I love all these nods to all these like 80s shows and movies. Just these teeny little Easter eggs for nerds like us.
You know, that whole scene was a nod to like ET, especially as they were
Mhm.
riding through the forest.
Oh yeah, it was
Even
straight
when
up.
they jumped
Oh my
over
God.
the cliff, like the ravine. Like,
Yep, it was, and
Over the
my
moon.
girl KB was, okay, this is what we got to do. This is where we got to go. Trust me, go.
yeah,
And when they hit the jump, hit the ravine, and his dad hollered, "Wait, I'm a whole lot heavier than you are." He just, Wim told him, "No, just trust KB, go."
Yep.
KB knows what she's doing.
Yep. Trust her. She's never wrong.
Like, KB knows her stuff.
Oh, I know it.
Yep.
And they need it. And that was absolutely like just seeing them all fly like that. That was ET over the moon. Right?
Yeah.
Yep,
Like
absolutely. That was straight up ET over the moon.
the shots in the forest of like the authorities chasing them through the forest. This
Yep.
kind of dark, creepy, they're running. It's kind of spooky.
You don't have the moon, but you've got the light from the barrier
Yep.
kind of making everything glow. And yeah, oh yeah, it was great.
It's so fun.
Yeah, that whole thing was great. I was cheering them on. I'm like, yeah. But yeah, that whole thing was great, and it definitely made sense because that's when they all broke up. Because KB went to go fly the ship to go out and grab help with and reach out to Kim, and then Neil went to go to
They ended up flying through the school because they were chasing them. They went up the stairs and into the school, and
that's right. Oh,
I
shot-
thought that was really. I want to pause you for a second. You mentioned the school, and that made me remember something. So, you remember at the beginning of the show, they were talking about like everything was so important for the school for the tests, right? They all had to take their assessment.
mhm.
So, them going through the school again, like, was a little bit to me like it was like they were taking their assessment. This was
this
they
was
were
their
going
test.
through the school, taking their assessment into like adulthood. That was
Yeah.
little thing, but you said that and it made me think. I was like, oh yeah, that was really, really neat way to play that.
Oh yeah.
was that when the ship hit the pirate ship shot at the school and then
It blew up. It blew up Neil's.
Neil went down?
It blew up Neil's bike.
Mm-hmm.
I screamed.
Not
and
when
was like,
KB was.
I was like, "You better not hurt my Neil!"
Oh, I know, man.
Yep. And
Neil has
Neil
just become like our sweet little baby angel.
protect Neil at all costs.
All costs.
And KB.
Okay, so this episode is this is us from the future. At the end of the episode, this one went much longer than we anticipated, so we are gonna cut it in half. We are gonna wrap up the first episode right here, but then come back to us next week to get the other half of it.
And
So.
again, Phil will still be on next week with us, hanging out. Phil, we are having a great time with you.
Yes, thank you so much for having us on, for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me on, because this was so much fun.
I'm glad.
So, finding the fun from our galaxy to yours,
May the force be with you.
always.
Always.
Thank you for listening to Sisterhood of the Traveling Bantha, written and produced by Denise McKay.
Edited and produced by Rexy Jupiter. Original logo design by Tyler Rigney.
Intro and outro music is provided by the Galactic Empire.
You can find us on all streaming platforms at Travel and Bantha.
And join our Discord for fun-filled galaxy chats.
You can also sign up for our Patreon starting at just $3. You get exclusive episodes, merch, behind the scenes, and more.
And a special thanks to all our Jedi Knight members and higher. We have Rooney, Michael Beavers, Mark Collier, and James Peak. From our galaxy to yours,
May the force be with you.
always.